What's up, spiritual gangsters? This is your OGs, Treese.
And rain.
Welcome to another episode of Trybe Vibes.
Let's get into it.
So today,
Today.
we're going to have a conversation about friendships and the expectations we have of them. I think that, so just to straight up get into the conversation, I have like a model where if I don't want you in my life, you won't be there. Period.
That's good. A lot of people struggle with that, so
some people may think that's very harsh, but that's just my reality and my truth that I choose to live in. At the end of the day, if you don't make me feel comfortable, you're not my friend. If you don't make me feel like I can be myself and there's space for me to be myself in your presence, you're not my friend. If I can't tell you things about my life and be honest with you, you're not my friend.
Wow.
Period.
Well, I mean, but that's how people have different tiers of friendships.
Nope, not me.
Well, see, that's why
you
why
riding or you dying.
That's why it's hard for some people to make those cuts, because it's like, okay, there's my best friends, and then it's my close friends, and then my friends, and then acquaintances, and whatever. I have you're either my friends, or I'm friendly with you, or I don't fuck with you.
You know, I don't even have I don't fuck with you list. Like, either you're my friend or you're just a person on this earth, and I'm gonna treat you with respect. No, it's true, and I'm gonna treat you.
For some reason, I feel like that's worse.
Like, I'm gonna be cordial with you and treat you with respect because you're a living, breathing being on this earth, and you deserve your space to be free and live however you want. Nicer. But it just don't work with me.
All right. I mean, the way you said it at first was really fucked up, but I get it sounds nicer. Did you explain it? Like, we just exist at the same time. I don't know what to tell you.
I just can't be fake with people. Like, I've never ever been a fake person. Like, I've been through a lot of stages in my life where like my personality was like tweaking or whatever, but I've never been fake. Fake is something that I can't do. Like,
I can be cordial.
I think what it is,
awkward situations.
I think what it is like you have to pick like what means something to you. Like what are your non-negotiables in life? And one of my non-negotiables in life is me feeling like constrained and me being inauthentic.
There you go.
Yeah. That thing.
Bouquet.
Yeah, so so I can't really be friends with people who put me into those two boxes or I guess push me to act within those lower states of myself, whether it be me feeling like I can't be free to like be myself, because I feel like in so many other, like when you do your normal day-to-day in life, there's so many people telling you, and you know, both vocally and non-vocally, that like either you don't belong there or you're not good enough or you're this and you're that. So why would the fuck would you deal with that with people you choose to be in your life?
Well,
you know, I need a clean space, a clean free space.
Well, honestly, but that's very admirable. For me, it was hard for me to get to that space, because even when I was like before I came to that mentality, I had people in my life who were, you know, their labels were, you know, the different tiers of how close they were to me, but in reality, I'm like, I didn't really trust anybody. I feel like that was a personal thing for me, though, and as I got to know myself more, then I was able to be like, okay, I could sift through people a little better and be like, okay, you're not allowed to have this much access to me.
I feel like a good way of attracting like true friends is just being yourself unapologetically, because I feel like when you do that, the people who don't get along with you, they're going to easily be seen either by their dismissiveness of you or by you just not really meshing with them. I'd rather know I don't mesh with somebody and just don't fuck with them. so that I can make room and find people who actually fuck with me to have space in my life. It's kind of like, I feel like when you overcrowd your life with friends, you're just congesting your space, but you're not making room for anyone who really cares about you. Yeah, but if you have like more space in your life, I feel like it's easier to attract people that, you know, can actually fuck with you.
It's that argument, quality over quantity.
That's a fact.
You know, and when I was younger, it was definitely about quantity. I was, I'm still like, I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'm working on that. People pleaser. Hi, my name is Rain, and I'm a people pleaser. No, yeah, it's hard because like that's the way. I don't know. I was just wired, and it's like I would physically feel the energy if somebody didn't like me, and it was uncomfortable for me to sit with that. You know what I mean? So that's when I would be inauthentic to myself, like trying to fit into certain places. But yeah, for sure, as you get older, you start to realize, okay, like now that I have more of a sense of who I am, who around me is going to either help or hinder me. You know what I mean? And now I feel like my friend group is extremely small. Like I'm talking about like 2 bitches. Then like I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, that's sad. Well, they have enough friends to throw like these big parties and like have these halls rented out for their birthday and stuff like that. I'm like, if it was my birthday, it'd be a very intimate dinner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel bad about that because the people that I have in my life, like, they are A1 day ones. You know what I mean? So.
I want to get back to the place where you were like, as a kid, like you were people pleasing and you felt that energy and you became inauthentic to try to like please them. Right. The thing about that also is that you feel like there's something wrong with you. Like when somebody doesn't like you or somebody doesn't want to be your friend, you're like, oh, well, is there something wrong with me? I'm here to say there's nothing fucking wrong with you. You are who you are because that's who you're supposed to be. Everyone's here for a purpose and everyone's not meant to be in your lane. Not everybody's meant to be in your car. Not everyone is meant to be in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I know.
Some bitches don't even deserve to be in your fucking trunk. So, like, let's be super clear.
Don't take their gas money, nigga.
Like, some bitches, I wouldn't even collect some bitches' gas money to put in my car. Like, fuck out of here. Like,
I appreciate that, but like, when you're growing up,
you don't hear that.
No, you don't really understand that.
It's like even if you heard it, you didn't understand it.
Yeah, because everybody's doing a certain thing. Everybody, gets along or with people. Everybody's like interested in certain things. You know what I mean? And like as a kid, you don't really want to be rejected. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
we got through so much trauma as children, just being children. Like even if you lived like an ideal life and nothing happened, just the fact of being a child and growing up in a strange world and then being tormented by hormones and then being tormented by, so what are you gonna do with your life? Where are you gonna go?
The expectations and stuff.
And then being tormented with bills and responsibility and stuff. And it's like, life period is fucking traumatic. You don't have to go through anything crazy to feel like you've been through something. Like,
just living is like, you made it, baby
If you're listening to this, you've been through something.
You made it.
You made it. Congratulations.
I'm so proud of you. But like for real, like especially me, like because I would consider myself like alternative, like in a lot of different ways. Like when I was younger, like I'm a black girl from the hood. First of all, I sound not like a black girl from the hood. Like that's already number one when I open my mouth. And then like I was interested in like metal music and all this stuff, and like I'm Caribbean, so like growing up like with other Jamaican kids, like nobody was listening to. Shut the fuck up. I can't. Nobody was listening to so much. So much.
She should have never told me that word.
But the thing is that I didn't. Somebody else did.
Oh yeah. And I actually would have met.
And I was like, who's teaching you this stuff?
Madaru.
Oh, Lord.
Well, going to that, I feel like when me and you first met, it was a good lesson on friendship.
Yeah, well, then I was a little bit more settled in my weird. So that's why, like, you know, your your attitude didn't faze me. It was a welcome sign to me.
But my thing is that I feel like because I'm not going to get into the story. We said it a couple of times how we met. But I was being not rude, but I was being like very straightforward. Like, like
you were a little rude.
Maybe a little rude, but I was being genuine. Like, that's just my personality. Yeah. Some people, they don't get along with that, and I understand. I'm just not for you, but I'm just an honest person. So she was doing something stupid, so I basically called her stupid, and then she looked at me. She was like, "I think we're gonna be friends."
I didn't say that out loud. I'm not a creeper.
I saw it in your eyes, though.
Was there a twinkle in my eye?
Because it was like real recognize real, you know. So if you're
that's honestly what it was.
If you're being inauthentic, you're not even giving somebody who's a real person a chance to recognize you're real, because you're not even being real.
Exactly.
So that's why it's like, whatever you got to go through or get to the core of yourself and be yourself. Because you know what? I can't even say people are always being inauthentic, because sometimes people just haven't found themselves.
Yeah, it's a journey. Yeah.
It's definitely a journey.
It didn't take until after I was more comfortable with myself, like being the weirdo, that I made these friends that I didn't know, but that would last a long time. We're like 20 years, 10 years, 15 years into it. And I have a friend. Damn, I know we old as fuck. It's not 20 years yet.
Shit.
It's not 20 years yet. We
probably got like 12 years.
12, all right.
Yeah,
all right,
probably like 12, 13 years of friends.
Okay.
Friendship.
And yeah, I have a friend from high school, my best friend from high school. And like, we've been friends for like, I want to say probably almost 20 years. And, you know, she was another alternative black girl, you know, Mohawk, rock music. And when I was comfortable with myself, then I found real people that were like, hey, that's my nigga, you know?
It's funny because although I have like an alternative personality, I never really looked alternative until like I was older, you know, because shit, I was fresh as shit in high school. Like, I was swaggy.
Nothing less.
And even in college, like, you know, like,
you were swaggy for sure.
Unless you talk to me, you wouldn't know. Yeah. You know, like what I believe or my beliefs. We had to get to know
each other.
And I think because I'm like that, I feel like I'm kind of like an onion. I treat everyone as if they're an onion. Yeah, you have your outer surface of who you are and stuff, but I like to peel back like the layers of people. You know, as you gain people trust, you get to know them more. They become more dynamic of a person in your eyes and stuff. And those are like the type of friendships I like to have. And the point of expectations is I don't have expectations for my friends. I know other people that do, and I don't knock them for doing that. It's just me personally, I don't feel like I own anyone. So for me to feel like I don't own somebody, who the hell am I to have expectations? Like, for instance, I know even some of my friends, they think that if somebody doesn't do something for them, or they don't invite them somewhere, or if they don't get them like certain gifts, or, you know, there's like attachments to like your friendship. And I'm like, listen,
caveats.
I don't give a fuck what the fuck y'all bitches do. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do with your lives. Like, it has nothing to do with me. Granted, I feel like to me what friendship means is like a place of like freedom, is like a space of comfort, and for people to check you sometimes, you know, especially along your path in your growth, but authentically check you. Not like check you to make you feel bad, but check you to, you know, kind of like bring you, like balance you out and bring you back down to earth. Like, hey girl, like if you're being too hard on yourself, they're like, yo girl,
but that's an expectation. Like, I mean, it's not bad to have expectations. You expect them to be honest with you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I guess you're right that it's an expectation, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't expect them to do that. But if I'm going to have a friend around, I'm trying to say it in a way
like
where I'm
that's
saying
who they
it's
should
not,
be.
That's who they should be, and that's what.
Okay, that's who you choose. Okay.
So I guess it is an expectation, right?
Yeah, it is. I tried to.
Is it an expectation?
It is,
Not
honestly.
really.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's all you expect is authenticity, you don't expect your friends to be honest with you.
You know what? You're right. Yeah. So my only expectation is authenticity. And making me feel comfortable and free. Yeah, I guess I do have expectations.
It's not trivial. That's something that's real. If you want somebody in your life, then they have to be able to be real with you.
I think in my head, when I think about expectations of friends, I'm thinking of like the catty stuff that people have, like the tit for tat, like, oh, you're supposed to buy me gifts, or you're supposed to, like, you know how some people are friends with people and they feel like they own them, like as if you're supposed to tell me when this happens in your life. Why didn't I know this happened in your life and that? Why are you just telling me now, bitch? Because I didn't fucking want to. That don't mean we not friends. Like, some things I can keep to myself. You know, sometimes I'm not ready to say stuff, and sometimes I forgot. Like, get over yourself. Like,
bitch is old.
Bitch, I'm getting old. Like, shit, I fucking forgot. Like, I don't feel like possessive. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Like, if I have a friendship, it can't be possessive. I like a friendship where it's like, we know we're friends. We're secure in our friendship enough to just like live our lives.
Yeah, well, I mean, because at the end of the day, we are individual people going through our own shit. And it's good to have a touchstone, like a friend to be there, you know, for support, for help, to celebrate or whatever.
Retrospection is the best gift friends can give you, in my opinion.
That's deep. Did you read that somewhere?
No, bitch, it comes off the dome. Stop playing with me. I got bars. Stop playing with me.
I'm about a tea bag or something.
About to put that shit on a shirt.
Stupid.
But it is. It's the best gift a friend can give you. Like, just good old retrospection.
So let me pose a question to you. Mm-hmm. Say you have somebody in your life who you considered a friend, right? Mm-hmm. When, you know, you made the decision to accept them as your friend. They were authentic, they were real, they were honest, and you know who not to look for, but they made it through the list, right? Mm-hmm. What is something like a non-negotiable, like, that you be like, all right, nah, nigga, you gotta go?
You start moving funny, meaning like you start lying about things to me in my face. Listen, I don't like liars. I'd rather you just not tell me, or tell me I don't want to tell you. I'm cool with that, but don't lie to me in my face, because I can talk to somebody off the street if I want somebody to lie to me in my face. So lying and disrespect. Don't disrespect me. Period. Like, that's one thing that I cannot tolerate from anyone, a stranger, but let alone a friend. Especially because with friends, it's like your guard is down, you know.
Right.
And
see it coming.
Yeah, it's like, don't disrespect me. I can probably let like little small things slide and maybe have a conversation about it. But if it's like grand gestures of disrespect and tomfoolery.
What is a grand gesture of disrespect?
Like,
might I ask?
I can't. Like, I mean, like, just wilding, like, just doing something like just out of nowhere, like just straight up disrespectful. That got my mouth open. Like, no. But also, like, if because I have cut somebody off before for not living up to their own expectations. Like, for instance, like, if you keep saying, oh, I'm gonna come, like, you know, somewhere, and you never come, and you keep telling me you're gonna come, and you have me like hanging, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
You're getting cut off.
Time is valuable.
Yeah, because you don't respect my time. So, like, those areas of disrespect. So I guess maybe I should break down disrespect. Disrespect,
that's
is
what
like,
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, disrespect is like you make commitments to me that you don't keep up. That's disrespectful. You're wasting my time. That means you don't even value my time as a person. And the thing about that is like, it's not that I'm mad that we couldn't hang out or you couldn't do anything for me. I'm mad because I could have did something else with my time, because obviously you did something else with your time. Can I do that too? Can you give me the respect to do something else too instead of waiting for you? That shit disrespectful as hell. That
Agreed.
Or like calling me out of my name or like talking about me behind my back. Like that type stuff. Like
the behind the back thing, we're all adults.
Like you can talk of me, because I know everyone has private conversations about everyone, you know, or may say something. But if it's like in the realm where it's like left field, like I've never heard anything remotely like this come out of your mouth towards my direction, clearly in my face, it's a problem. It's not like somebody says, oh, your friend said something and it sounds like something she told me before. I'd be like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Why the fuck are you telling me? You know? But if it's something like that I've never heard before, that I feel like out of left field, and it's like insulting my character, and like you can't even talk to me about it, because friends slip up. You know, I don't feel like I'm always like the best friend, or my friends may have expectations of me that I never thought about. But in those moments, I feel like what a friend would do is they will come to you and talk to you about it and be honest. Yeah, it's the honesty. Honestly, a lot of honesty holds most of my friendships together. Honesty and authenticity. I don't give a fuck what my friends do, how they lead their lives, however they feel about me or whatever. As long as they're authentic, to me, that's like the barometer of our friendship. Once we're no longer,
they feel about you.
As long as we're no longer able to coexist authentically, we can't be friends. And I mean, I don't mean like, oh, she a bitch, she this and that. Obviously, I'm not gonna be friends with somebody who thinks negatively of me. But what I'm saying is, I can have a friend who thinks I'm selfish. Hell, I think I'm selfish. I'm cool with having a friend who thinks that, like, you know what I mean? Like, not like purely negative characteristics, but they just
may not wholeheartedly agree with how you live
they
your
may
life.
not wholeheartedly agree with like the way I live my life or my morals or my values. You know, I'm not like the best like poster child for like goodness and godliness. Like, I'm okay with my friends thinking I have faults. You know, I'm human. Like, but for you to not be honest with me, it's like, what's the point of having you in my life? I can't even retrospect well with you.
That's a big one. All right, well, for me, there's a lot more than that.
What are your expectations out of friendships? I think I made mine very clear. Don't disrespect me, ho.
No, well, it's a lot of the same, because I feel like I recently cut somebody off because I feel like I couldn't be real with them, and the talking behind the back and all that. So yeah, it's just, well, actually, you know what, it's a lot more simple. If I'm not comfortable with you, then that's it. I just have to be comfortable with you. It takes a lot for me to be comfortable around somebody. So it takes a lot for me to call somebody a friend. You know what I mean? And if we are friends, if I consider you a friend, and for some reason, like you were saying, if they move in funny, if there's some reason where I no longer feel comfortable with you, or I feel like I can no longer trust you for some reason. Sometimes it might not even be like even a physical thing. It's energies with me. I'm a hippie. Like, I feel like your energy is just way off.
It's like your energy, man. I don't think this friendship is gonna work, man.
I'm serious. It may seem petty, but it's like, I mean, I'll address it. But
can you fix your aura, man?
Yeah, man, your aura is a little too dark for me today, bro. Like,
bring it up a little bit, dude. I don't think we're gonna be able to be friends.
Fuck you.
Shine your light a little brighter, dude.
You're an asshole. But you know what I mean? Like,
no, I get what you're saying. If you don't feel it, you can't be friends. It's all about vibes.
You gotta trust the vibes. The vibes is off. That means something isn't right.
You know what it is? Those vibes are saving you from... it's like if I feel bad vibes from somebody, I'm not even gonna try to find out, because the vibes is the warning. That is the don't waste your time. This is the stop, don't pass, go straight home. Like it is the siren, and why would you ignore the siren?
There you go.
Respect it and be like, thank you for saving my fucking time.
And keeps it pushing.
Shit, because you may end up in jail. Because you used to be able to smack bitches back in the day. Nowadays, you can't even really smack bitches like that. Like, you be getting in all sorts of trouble.
What?
Just for smacking a bitch. So if the vibes are off, just leave. Like, don't
end up in jail.
Yeah, don't end up in jail. Don't pass go.
You're a whole fool.
Like, nah. It's like vibe check.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a vibe check. I mean, I know, okay, me personally, I know I'm not that good of a friend because I disappear.
That doesn't make you a bad friend because you disappear.
I mean, that's just how I deal with things. I dip because I don't like being the friend that's like treating everybody as like a therapist. You know what I mean? So I will just dip, deal with what I gotta deal with, and pop up and be like, hey. And it's not to say like I'm not there for people when they need me.
You're there too much. That's why you disappear. Because it's a way to escape. It's the only chance you get.
What is this, therapy?
No, but I don't think that is the barometer for if you're a good friend. You would be a bad friend if your friend disappeared and came back and then you deaded them because they disappeared. It's like, bruh, obviously if she felt the need to disappear, she was going through something.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I lost a lot of friends that way. Now, let me tell you how I used to have like, the core group of friends and then a whole lot of just acquaintances, people I was friendly with, right? Back in the when Facebook was on and popping days. I deleted my Facebook. Like purposefully, because I'm like, social media is just a trap.
Yeah, same.
So I deleted my Facebook back at the height of it, in like what, 2010? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And these bitches just started dropping. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop. Everybody gone. And it really is for a lot of people out of sight, out of mind. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what? I got my day ones anyway.
And then your day ones start disappearing.
No, they're like, bitch, where are you? Are you dead?
That's a fact. Yeah. And it's funny, I used to get like strange phone calls from like weird numbers. And it would be like ring like a year later, like, hello, dude.
It was not a year. See, what happened was every time I wanted to just like a break from people, I would just like cut my phone off. And when I pop back up, I'd get a new number, new phone, new everything.
But you know what? So, yeah. The thing is like, that doesn't gauge whether I'm going to be your friend or not. I know some friends feel like you have to be invested in them, like on the day-to-day, and you have to be there for when they need you and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, life always don't work out like that. Like, there may be times where I'm around, but I can't physically interact in this friendship right now. Whether it be because of my family, maybe it's some other friends, maybe it's my own self, you know. And I feel like the attribute that I like in a good friend is friends who are able to just let life happen and then still be there whenever you guys realign.
Yeah, I was called a satellite friend. Somebody who's not always around, but they're always there. It's like, okay.
Right. And then the friends that cut you off because you disappeared weren't your real friends to begin with.
No, I was perfectly fine with it because I wasn't fully invested in them anyway.
Right. Because that's fucked up. Like, to leave your friend after, well, your friend left you first. And then it's like kind of like you're doing it in spite of it. Like, instead of just talking about your feelings, you're like, well, I'm going to disappear too now that you're here.
Yeah.
Like tit for tat energy. I hate that shit.
Yeah. No. Got closer to my day ones. That's all.
That's a fact. And life isn't always even. Like, you can't always live your life like saying, well, this friend does more for me and this friend does. Everyone has their place. Everyone's not meant to like wipe your whole ass. Like, there's different people meant for different things. Some people just got a little cheek. Some people just come in and like spray some water. Other people come in with the baby wipes. Like, there's mad mad different angles here. Like,
which friend are you? Are you the toilet paper, the baby wipe?
Or do you just wipe the whole ass? Like you there
Do you
just
doing just flush the toilet? Whatever you contribute.
Or hand the air freshener. Maybe you're the friend with the air freshener.
Can we move on from this analogy, please?
There's a place for everyone, okay?
Oh my gosh. People be like, why do they talk about shit?
How do you equate something as beautiful as friendship to ass wiping?
to taking a shit.
That is terrible. I need to get my life together.
It's a dirty job. Somebody got to do it.
That is my point. I think that's why I equated it to that. Because friendship isn't always clean.
Full circle, people. Full circle.
It isn't always a clean job, you know? There's levels.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, I gotta get off of this. I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, I treat my friends kind of like, at the end of the day, it's about survival of the fittest. Darwinism. Period. Either you're gonna make it or you're not. Either you're strong enough to be my friend or weak enough to be my friend. And I don't say weakness in like a bad way. Maybe instead of weakness, what's another word I can use? Understanding enough. Yeah, why did I equate understanding to weak?
That needs to be addressed. Ma'am, do you want to talk about
weak ass understanding assholes? No. But yeah, either I forgot my point. I'm still on that ass shit.
You're strong enough to shut up. You're strong enough to survive as your friend, or you're cut off. That's grow or die.
Grow or die. And then sometimes cutting off isn't a bad thing. Sometimes you cut people off to let them free. Roam life. Find whoever the fuck you're looking for, because it ain't me.
There you go.
It
just like what Oprah
me.
said. Sometimes you have friends that are, okay, your life is like a tree. Sometimes you have friends that are there for a season, like leaves.
Right.
Sometimes they're there for a little longer, like branches. And then you got the roots, not the band.
Somebody writes that shit for her.
Huh?
I feel like somebody writes that shit for her.
Oprah got a ghostwriter.
I don't think it came out of her own brain.
You heard it here first.
She just had the voice and the eloquence to like actually deliver it.
I think Maya Angelou was her ghostwriter.
That's a fact. And Maya Angelou be hitting.
I loved her. Let's not get into this. I'm gonna cry.
But yeah, so that's basically all I have to say about friends, because I'm just gonna keep going back to ain't nothing to cut a bitch off. Like, if you, yeah, that's all.
Well, it is. You need people that are able to grow with you.
That's a fact. And that's hard to find sometimes. Well, I shouldn't say that's hard to find, because I have a lot of friends that I've known since high school that are still my friends. I have friends from college that are still my friends. And yeah, but it's because I'm an authentic person. Like, you get what you get. And I think that's why, like, although I grow and I mature and I become more of myself and better versions of myself, I'm still myself at heart. You know, my whole being doesn't just change, you know.
You're a real ass bitch.
Yeah. And then because I've always been like that, it's like I'm not changing up on people because I'm always myself. So I'm able to retain, and my friends are the same way. They are still themselves. Granted, they're growing, we have all matured and stuff, going through the stages and stuff, but they're authentic assholes.
Am I an authentic asshole?
Yeah, you're an authentic asshole.
Oh, thank you.
You're a real ass bitch. Yeah, that's all I have to say about friendships. Like, don't, you know what? My message to people is like, don't make it harder than what it is. You know, like, it ain't that deep. Just let people fucking go. Let them go.
Yeah, sometimes their journeys are just alongside yours. They don't really always have to intertwine, but
don't mourn them.
Well, what I've learned in my life is being there doesn't mean you always have to be there.
And what you had may have been beautiful, but it was beautiful. It is no longer. And you will
when you
find
cut bitches
more
off?
beautiful moments with newer people. Once you let go of that toxic friend in your life, there's going to be somebody or something or even yourself that you're going to have that's going to fill that void and fill that space. You know, I don't look at friends as like a voids in my life that needs to be filled. My life is filled, you know. I don't know where
They just add to it.
Yeah, they just add to it. It's like...
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people, like my friend, it's the same thing as a relationship. Like, they complete me. Like, no,
they don't.
Person. It's good to compliment each other, sure. But, like, complete? Like, no.
Complete me. My friends?
My friends?
Complete me. Listen. I don't know what kind of fucking relationships y'all be having with y'all friends.
No, some people go that deep. Some people go that deep.
Yo, she ain't even fucking you. Well, some friends.
So,
well, I ain't even gonna get into that, but I'm just saying.
That's another story.
I can understand how you're like, you know, I'm not even gonna get into that conversation because that's a whole nother conversation.
At the end of the day.
Hope you got something out of this.
Remember, we are experts of nothing. Just out here in these streets.
We learn from you, just like you learn from us, because we are a tribe.
Until next time.
Continue to vibe.
Hey.